Hello.
Boo!
Hello.
Hey.
Where did you go?
Boo! Ah!
Do it again. Go on, do it again.
Hey, you want to?
Do it again.
Boo! Ah!
Barry!
Oh my god! Help! Help! Help!
Something's...
Is he alright? Has somebody got him?
I don't know, hold on. Something's happened.
Something's happened to him. Andy.
Oh no.
He's disappeared. Somebody's took him.
Right, good. Thank God. Right, one.
It's your- it's your show.
Something's happened again.
I can hear something. There he is. There he's here.
I can see him before light come on.
Could you?
Aye.
It's funny about it.
Aye, hilarious.
Sure.
It's Wednesday. Is it? Is it Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. This is episode 5.
Is it? Already?
Well, with the 4th film is Pulp Fiction, so this must be the 5th episode where we're going to talk about it.
True.
That's how I
Yeah,
watched
this is
it.
episode 5.
Episode 5. That's 10. That's 5.
I just watched Pulp Fiction.
Me
finished
too.
That. Just finished that an hour ago.
I had
We'll
my.
get to that.
We'll get
Well,
to it. We'll get to it.
as always,
Did everybody watch? Did everybody else go and watch this film this week?
did anybody
It's not-
else watch it? Because
It's not just us, by the way. Everybody else listening, you need to be going to watch these films today. So I hope you watch Pulp Fiction this week because we're here to talk about it. I've even got a wee board. So we're going to put
he's
things
even got a wee board.
It's like Top Gear.
Anyway, the question is, what's for dinner?
Lockdown dinners. Right. Well, I'll go for a start of the night. So, I made a big pot of vegetable chili. So I had some of that 2 days ago, and I had another bowl of it tonight with some rice, lots of peppers and onions and carrots,
Sound right.
cumin,
That sound
and
good.
tomatoes, and it was cheap. I used to make this chili that took ages, and it took ages, but it was really good. And I made this one, and it took maybe a near the time, and it's still just as good.
What do you think, guys? Do they need to brown the meat?
Well, I don't have meat there.
That's what I'm saying. So it used to take so long because
Not because the one I used to make is you would chop everything up and you would make the sauce first, and then you would add the meat to the pot last, and you would cook the meat in the sauce. But I don't know. But this one was just way quicker.
Wolfie, dinner?
pork chops, curly fries.
Curly fries, huh?
However, tomorrow I'm promised chicken thighs tomorrow.
Oh,
On bone? Skin and bone or skinless, boneless?
Boneless.
Skinless?
oh.
I like a skin. I would choose boneless but no skinless.
But we all like the skin. Everybody likes the skin. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Well, I made a big pot of mince.
Okay.
And done the family 2 days. Had a turnip and potato mash with it. Homemade Yorkshire puddings.
Oh, I've never made a Yorkshire pudding in my life. I've never even tried.
How do you make them?
I don't know. My missus makes them. I don't know how to make them. It's some
They're
unusual eggs and flour shit. I don't know.
Sorry,
They're actually quite nice.
There's a comment coming in from downstairs telling me I had turkey steaks. I knew they tasted funny.
I didn't even know what you were eating.
I thought he was eating pork chops.
Turkey steaks.
Um,
They tasted a bit different.
And I had a Domino's. I decided yesterday to treat the family, the troops, keep the troops happy during lockdown. Everybody's been
dangerous.
behaving.
That's dangerous talk now.
Right, well,
Inviting.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
Well, no, we can. I mean, it's a good.
Triggered already.
So tell us, right here, everybody, listen. We're obviously going through an awful pandemic together.
There's an elephant in the room.
This guy, Disney let up about it. He won't let you forget about it. But he's so prepared that if he catches it, I will eat this whole pack of curds that I'm going to open up.
If I catch COVID, it would be a testament to how easy it would be to catch it.
If you catch COVID, I'll eat worse than that pack of curds.
Aye.
Because
we'll give an example. With the Domino's last night, it sparked a discussion last night, and there might be people watching, and I know we try and ignore coronavirus as try and give an escape, but it is a real thing, and not everybody watches Sky News. You know, I'll nickel it. I personally, I watch Nicola Sturgeon at 12:30, and I watch Downing Street at 5 bells. 4 o'clock at the weekends. But it's important to keep up to date with the latest advice. And it's interesting to see what's going on. So anything that I do is based on scientific advice and evidence. And so we'll give an example. Domino's Pizza. Now, Wilfie, you had the Domino's as well last week.
Last week.
Did you eat it out the box? Truthfully.
What I done, right? Phoned my order.
Did you eat it out the box?
Put it online. The guy showed up, put it outside the door, on tap of another empty box.
Yep.
Picked that up, took it in my house, opened it, and ate it.
Right, well, this is the issue.
That's bad, isn't it? You're not meant to do that.
And this is...
You're on your way out now.
Scottish Health Executive advises that it is safe to eat takeaways, safer than going shopping. There's a lot less risk involved. However, it's important to decant the food for any box or anything that it's in. It has to be completely decanted.
Decant. You've took that for somewhere because you never used decant. But you've read that. That's a direct quote for something that you've.
Right, the guy that said it, decant your food for the containers.
Right.
Or you can change it to you take it out. You take it out of the container.
Take your food out of the containers in. But this is the thing. No, your dips.
Here's my issue.
What's he trying to say?
Your dips.
Right, here's my issue. And I'm going to keep... You got to let me talk? Right, okay. So here's my issue. Right, I know we're saying that obviously all this non-essential stuff, I get it, right? But if you're really paranoid about bringing COVID into your house, and if you're really paranoid when you're out about avoiding people and not letting people anywhere near you and not having any contact and keeping your distance at supermarkets and washing everything down, you just need to have full trust in the fact that that person who you've never met or seen that's making your pizza is hygienic, lives in a clean house, drives a clean motor, because that person's going to make it, shut the box there. He's going to get to another person who lives in a different household that's going to put that in his motor and come to you. So already there's been people all over this box and all over that pizza. So,
no, but does the heat surely, like the president of the world told everybody to shove like hot fumes inside their body. So surely when you cook it, does that kill it and then you can eat it?
It transfers from surface to surface.
So
however,
you take the box in your house, you open the box, you take the pizza out the box.
Yep.
The box is in your house already.
Yep.
So would you not take your pizza out the box?
Box goes into the.
In your
well, that's the point of the extra box that Barry mentioned.
Right. So what is the point?
But you're trying to. But the issue with this is, I think right now. So I represent the people that are taking it more seriously, and I think yous are representing the people that don't.
No, absolutely no way.
The box has been in my house, but let me understand.
You can't relate to that. We don't take it seriously. We take it seriously, but you take it very, very seriously.
I know, but here's an example. You ate a Domino's out the box, despite government advice not to do that, and I'm assuming that you never saw that because you don't keep up to date with the actual advice that's given.
Right, tell me this: was there a person on the telly in a suit and a tie saying, "Don't eat pizza out the box"?
The Scottish Health Executive, the guy with the grey hair, done a Q&A on Twitter. And someone asked him about takeaway food. And he actually replied to me telling me that I asked the question about takeaway food and how to...
We're going you back.
So we're taking government advice over social media these days. We're no secret out.
The person on social media was the government. It was the guy.
The person. I am the government.
Right, do you know what?
I'm the law.
Right. Now, I've removed him for the stream now. Right? So you want to be cheeky as well, or you want to go as well?
I'm not going to stop arguing with you.
Right, cheerio. Right, so what's going to happen is... So I've been disrespected there, okay? And what everybody needs to understand is, if you disrespect me, then I can press a button that removes you from the show. Okay, so if everybody understands how this works, then I'm happy to let everybody back in, okay? If you want back in, just put your hand up or something and we'll continue the show. Right, nobody wants back in, so I don't think they can hear me. But anyway, what I was saying was, because these guys are always trying this, right? I'm trying to do the right thing here. And these guys are always trying to prove me wrong. So Jester said, the box has been in my house. However, the box is on a sheet, on a towel in my house. It doesn't touch anything else. The shopping doesn't go anywhere else. It goes on the floor. I take a lot of measures to make sure that my shopping and my food is clean and virus free. You're supposed to wash right away.
Right, so just because you wash your sauces, right? Just because
he's away, he's in a huff now.
He's out in the stair for Mary's turkey pop. Anonymous.
So what I'm saying is the shopping is the next thing.
What I'm saying is the shopping is the next thing.
I feel awfully high up here. I'm not used to being up here.
So
right,
you're supposed to wash your shopping.
I don't know if I like this.
This guy.
Right,
this
so
guy.
Right. But what I'm saying is, right, the long and short is, right, to even consider bringing that pizza into your house, you were taking a risk. A risk that I'm surprised you're willing to take, given the measures that you go on a daily basis to no die. So, tell me, is a Domino's really that essential that you would be willing to take the risk?
I wasn't even listening to you, sorry.
I'll do it again. I'll repeat myself.
There's just somebody...
This guy, he's power hungry. He's power hungry.
Because nobody let me explain nobody's letting me explain the process from start to finish, and you're butting in with questions. And I've covered all bases.
The fear of getting backed off the shop.
Talk to me about washing your hair and your beard every time you go in and out the house.
But I only go in and out once a day like I'm supposed to. So I only wash my hair once a day in a shower.
Joe Coffey. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Box is still in your gaff. You've done the same as... Look, read that.
I know I read it. That's why I never heard you, because I was reading that.
Right, so I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm not trying to argue with you for the sake of annoying you. I just don't really understand it. And I'm really surprised that you would risk bringing an outside...
Because, listen, trust me, I made sure that this was safe before I done it. Now, I thought Domino's right, but we talk about, fair point about the spreading of the pathogen. Somebody could have breathed on my pizza, and they don't breathe droplets. You cough and sneeze droplets. So somebody could have breathed in my pizza.
Yep.
Now, we spoke about the difference between a chain like Domino's and your local Indian, which are two completely different beasts. You're right, you need to trust somebody to make your food. But having had a couple of Domino's since lockdown started, I know that it's fine because I'm obviously not caught it.
Indeed.
But the fact is, you have to take it out of the box. But the spreading of the pathogen from surface to surface, like Joe has said, doesn't include food. It doesn't live on food. And if somebody's cooked it, and the fair point is that now, say for example, you're going to get a kebab, right? The only part of your kebab that's been cooked to kill any germs and anything that's on that meat is the doner meat. The salad, the bread, everything's at room temperature. So if every single part of your pizza is going to get cooked, it kills all live organisms on the food. I know, but it's
I think you've I think that you've studied this in depth because you want.
I even scrubbed the dips with hot soapy water because the virus itself is a fatty. It's fatty. Soap and water kills it. Hot water, which is why I clean all my shopping with hot soapy water as well.
Okay. So basically, you really just wanted a Domino's. So
no, I did want a Domino's. It was the safest option. It was the safest option.
Is it though? Or is it a safer option just to make your own?
Nah, Domino's is nicer than
Domino's. Isn't like I've said this all the time.
It's a nice treat. It's a nice treat every now and again.
Aye, if you want to pay 50 quid for a pizza, it's mental. It's too dear. You can't even pick a slice up. And I'll tell you what. See the adverts. The adverts they put on, and they lift it up, and it's all the cheese is all Never in my life have I lifted a slice of Domino's where it's nowhere like that, and everything's fell off it. When you need to eat your pizza with a knife and a fork or a spoon, it's no good. So
all this talk about pizza, Joe Coffey's already brought up toppings with a pineapple pizza. You've not even tell us what you got on it. All you've spoke about is how you cleaned your pizza.
It was a
disinfectant.
It was a meat feast minus the.
Can I get the disinfectant base?
You can laugh and joke, right? But what I'm telling everybody is that it is safe to eat takeaway food. That is what the government are advising, but measures have to be taken in order to ensure that it's as safe as it can possibly be. That's all I'm saying.
Surely, but then it would be safe for me. Theoretically, it would be safe for me to go 3 walks a day if I don't see another person, but I'm not allowed to because that's unsafe.
Oh, you're advised not to.
Aye, but it's just it's all nonsense.
But for you, who you live in a communal building, and so they are. So the added risk that you've got is that you're using the same door handles and buzzers as umpteen other people in your flat,
and the same stairs, the same pavement outside, and. You know what I mean? It's all just a bit.
But it does come in. It is proven, scientifically proven, to enter your house on the sole of your shoe. And I
know we have a laugh and a joke about it and all that, right? But like you do take it like mega seriously to the point of obsession. And
I'm just protecting myself and my family.
Oh, no, absolutely. But I don't like when you make out that we don't care because we're not as obsessed with it as you are. Because you seem to think that me and Barry just walk about and don't wash it and then don't do anything. If I wasn't taking it seriously, I would,
Barry's winding me up because I took the pizza out the box and he never. But I done that because that's what we've been told to do. So, that's your COVID advice for today. So let's leave it there. He's never let me give the advice.
But listen, we're on this Sunday.
Too busy arguing with me.
We can't spend an hour letting you lecture people. Let's cut it into bits. You can have your time to do another thing on Sunday, and then
if you're cheeky at me like that again, I'm going to take you off the show again.
Take me off the show. Take me off the show.
Right. Okay. Right. He's off the show. Right. Wilfie, you've got 5 seconds to stop carrying on. Right. So he's off as right. Okay. So we're back with me again. Get these two jokers think they're funny. I'll talk about Pulp Fiction. I'll talk about Pulp Fiction myself because Jester and Wolfgang, and this is our friendship down to a T. These two jokers think they can mess me about, slag me. It's bullying. It's almost bullying. And I've got to take this. Okay? So, unless you this is a cluster, well, do you know what? Pal, see if it's a cluster, piss off. Press the stop button, piss off, and don't watch the show. Right, are we all ready to talk about Pulp Fiction now? That's bad language. Right, are we ready to talk about Pulp Fiction then?
No.
Can we get back on the show?
You're on the show, you dafty.
Right, so Pulp Fiction. I was watching it today, and all I could think all the way through it was, I bet Andy hates this. Because that's the second time I've seen it. And I could watch that film another 13 times and still not have a clue what's happening. It jumps a bit too much. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
You're just talking and, everybody, look at this, look. Look at this one, look. Because I said that you were almost bullying me.
See, taking it too far, as always. Oh. Calling me a bully because we dare to have an opinion.
Oh, Wilfie and Lee can have their own show. Got to let other people have an opinion. Yes, I can. You can have any opinion you want, right? But if you upset me, then it's time out.
We're getting cut off.
It's time out.
In fact, see when we get chucked off there and you were ranting about
Kelly, I thought you knew me better.
Barry sent me a text and it was so true. He says, that guy is power hungry. And that's you to a T. That is you to a T. It's all funny games. You like slagging folk and having a laugh, but when somebody comes back at you, all of a sudden it's...
I never slagged Andy.
No. I'm not slagging you either. But you're getting raging because we're talking back to you.
No, you weren't. You'd never let me finish.
Right.
So
Pulp Fiction.
I got shot of you so I could finish myself.
Right. A few times since lockdown.
Right.
Pulp Fiction. You'd never seen it before?
No, I've seen it.
You've seen it
recently, within the last 6 months. I watched it for the first time.
For the first time?
Mm-hmm. I watched it.
So this 19. I didn't see this obviously in 1994, but it's one of it was Tarantino's second big film. He done Reservoir Dogs, and then he came out with Pulp Fiction, which a lot of people say is probably one of the best films ever made. And if you talk to Rubber Duck up in Denniston, he would certainly tell you it's one of the best films he's ever made. In fact, I asked him to give me a review on it, and he sent me a 5-minute voice message, which I won't play to you because it'll probably be a bit long. Excuse me.
The film, I liked the film. I like there's certain actors that I just like. I like John Travolta. I like Bruce Willis. So Samuel L. Jackson. But it was the same kind of Tarantino, just oil the gaff.
Aye.
It was different stories in the same film. I get that. But what was it about?
See, this is my problem because it's like 3 different stories.
Aye.
So all this stuff with Bruce Willis, with what's his name again? Chuck
Palumbo.
No, Chuck. Aye. So all that stuff, and then it would jump from that stuff to John Travolta and the lassie, and then it would jump. Aye. But the thing I know it all lines itself up, and it's on a timeline, but I can't take stuff like that, and it's too.
The thing is with the Travolta, he obviously just got shot to hell in the middle of the film, but by that point, Samuel L. Jackson's kind of character wasn't really part of his team anymore.
Aye.
But the thing at the end, I liked the film, but the ending was a bit weird because Samuel L. Jackson's character in the film wasn't really important enough to be the guy to make the
Closes the door.
save at the end. It would have made more sense if it was John Travolta's character, because he was a much more prominent part of the film.
Did it? My problem with it is, is when I watch it, all I can think of is moneysupermarket.com.
Oh, because of the hang.
Dun, 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 aye. And it's that,
There's
and then
it's a
like,
good
well, lots of-
soundtrack.
Lots of cream, lots of sugar, and I'm going, they're copying that car insurance advert. Still got an original copy seat.
I think maybe it was the other way, but this was 1994. Car insurance wasn't invented until 2000.
I've been
Really?
watching that car insurance adverts.
You make that up?
Aye, of course. Andrew.
I don't give a shit about cars.
Car insurance.
If it's not COVID, I'm not talking about it. If it's not COVID, don't talk to me about it. So, no, it annoys me.
Right,
Right?
so-
I have to look up the facts. I normally do a wee fact thing, but I forgot all about it. Now, the start of the film, it goes back to that scene at the end of the film, right? When he stands up and he goes, "It's a robbery," and then she goes, "If anybody knows out," it must be deliberate, but she says two different things. It's meant to be the same scene. But she stands up and she goes, "If anybody knows, I'll kill every last one of you." But then when it cuts to the back and it's meant to be the same bit, she says a completely different thing. Slightly different. Because I can't be reading it. And it must be put in there because it's too obvious that nobody would have picked that up. So if anybody knows it must be. But apparently Tarantino's done that a few times where he puts,
Change it.
Aye.
Have you
The guy's a
seen-
fud. And this fucking Weinstein again.
See, I don't like the actual thing with Tarantino. I don't know the guy personally, but I don't really
Why do you
like.
put yourself in your own movie for like a fucking mark?
That's what annoys me. Because then,
Come on.
And then Stephen,
Stan,
I
There you
love
go, man.
Stan Lee put yourself in all his films.
He's a marking on then.
No, he's no. I look forward to seeing Stanley.
You never put yourself in it. He never made the Marvel movies. Somebody else did.
He's a draw, Stanley. Quentin's
He
not.
didn't draw himself in the Marvel comics. That would be the equivalent.
Stan, man.
What? I know we're talking about Harvey Weinstein again. They made this film as well, and I feel
Hold
like
on.
Big Quentin knew.
The entire we keep saying we're talking about, and you've brought it up twice. I know it's a Rudo show. I know it's a
Listen,
Rudo show.
Big
but
Quentin knew, right?
just put yourself out there with it. Don't bring us with you.
Like, but see, when I watch the Tarantino films, I can't. When I'm watching them, all I can think about is him writing it and saying it in his voice. And it annoys me. It annoys me that he's. I don't know. They rub me up the wrong way. Like, here, by the way, Louise has just gave us an absolute detailed rundown.
I know she's giving me a lot of information.
She's like Jonathan Ross.
John Avesi. That's a copy and paste effort, that. Listen, as Tarantino films go, it was a good film. But as with most every Tarantino movie, it was a mess.
Right. Here's what we need today. Lost Boys was the first film we watched.
Yep.
Into the Wild was the second film we watched, and we're going to start ranking these films. Like you said earlier, but similar to another TV show where they rank stuff this way. I know I jumped on Amazon and found these wee things.
Top
Here we
Gear.
go.
Top Gear.
Why didn't you just say Top Gear?
This case we get sued. Dragged through the courts at a time like this.
I still
Are
want to put anyone else over.
we Facebook web show?
Look, this is big production now.
Don't you dare use our blackboard.
Shut
That's
this down.
semi-permanent.
Sorry, marker board.
Where are we putting Into the Wild? Higher
Number
or lower?
one.
Right, well, between these two, then
Right, so-
don't jump ahead. And this is just the 3 years as opinion. We don't obviously know coming from any sort of movie background or nothing.
I think Into the Wild has to go top because it's the one film that we all liked.
This needs to go top.
Above the Lost Boys for me.
Right, okay,
So then-
I agree with that. Okay, then we watched Django Unchained.
Well, I liked it. Andy thought it was.
I would put it above The Lost Boys, so I wouldn't put it above Into the Wild.
See, I don't know, man.
We spoke about this and how I would much rather watch this again than sit through that again. It was good. Maybe a better film than that, but I did enjoy that better. But the three is need to decide, because it's not just the one person's show. Come on, Jester.
It's not just.
I'd put Django above.
So is that a wee power play? Aye. Right, okay.
I would too.
Right.
I'd put.
Here we go.
I'd put Pulp Fiction above Into the Wild. And I'd put Lost Boys above Into the Wild.
Fuck this, I'm away.
Yes! Now you're talking. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Jack Jester and Rob Gang Show. We've just watched Pulp Fiction. We're going to take Into the Wild.
Look out the window. Okay, right. Well, I wasn't prepared for this.
It's me! I'm back! Do you love me now? I've got the buttons. It's nothing to do with control.
Let's behave ourselves now.
You're making it to be something that I'm not, but in front of all these people.
Where are we going to put Pulp Fiction? Better than Into the Wild?
Nah. I don't get them.
Right.
I'd put
lower than Lost Boys?
Nah, see, I'd watched the Lost Boys before Pulp Fiction again.
Right, so I think this is going in there then.
I wasn't out of the four. The Lost Boys for me wasn't the worst, but you know what I mean. It's the one that I would just be like, whatever.
Right, aye. So we're happy with that. They're stuck on there. But now we need fifth episode. We need a fifth film to watch.
Right.
We need something that's isn't going to top Django.
Aye.
Well,
Dirty Dancing, obviously.
Right, let me get the wheel.
We better be getting royalties for how often we're mentioning Dirty Dancing in this show.
Mate, see if they just sent me like a T-shirt or something, I'd be happy. But imagine Jennifer Grey tweeted me like, "Oh, all right,
I'll try and get her on the show."
All right, Hanson, I hear you've been talking about Dirty Dancing quite a lot in anti-social distancing.
I'm going to send you one of my original shoes for the movie. One shoe.
I wouldn't want.
Jennifer Grey's shoe. Right, we ready to go for the decade then?
Decades first. Drum roll.
It's spinning.
Come on. What you thinking, buddy? What you want? I'd like an 80s.
I want another 90s. I'd like a 90s. I like a 90s films.
Right.
It's the 10s.
Okay. So, maybe good. Into the Wild came for the 10s, did it know?
Yep. Just to give an idea, other films that's on it: American Hustle, Star is Born, Silver Linings Playbook, Wolf of Wall Street, Inception, La La Land.
Well, to be honest, I'm not excited with this category, but
it's rubbish.
Let's do it. Go. Let's do it. Let's find something spectacular.
It's spinning.
I know what one I want. So let's see if we get it. What's that?
Kick-Ass.
Yes.
I've seen that, but I can't remember it. So
I'll take that.
So we're going to watch Kick-Ass.
Tell us this on Netflix.
Aye, fucking know, man. That was another one that cost me £3.50. Right. So guys, we're going to watch a film. It was a comic book, and then they turned it into a movie. Kick-Ass.
It's just about a guy goes about his scheme, talking about getting artists.
And Kick-Ass 2 is just basically like he moves back to the scheme and gets his old arse kicking shoes on and kicks everybody's arse again.
And the old bully that he used to kick his ass, and then he stood up to him. Then they team up and kick ass too, and they go about other schemes and battering other people for others.
Let's make this film.
Kick-Ass.
Low budget, easy to make.
How you come here, both up the arse.
For 2.5 hours.
Is
It's
that,
time
is,
to
that
kick
his,
some arse.
is that his catchphrase?
I'm gonna kick some arse.
Like, it's a bird, it's a plane. It's time to kick some ass.
If you get an ass, I'll kick it.
I'm getting my ass put in balls on.
I've seen.
What
I
was the
haven't. I haven't seen all it. I caught a bit of it. It was on the telly one night, and it did look alright. I'm no mega familiar with it. I know more about the comic than I do the movie, but
Do you think this will stick on if I throw it?
nah.
Aye.
If I throw it, it'll stick on.
Aye, it's a magnet. Nah, oh well, no, it's not.
Didn't work.
I don't know anything about comic books. I don't know anything about comic book films, but I don't think I need to do it.
Kick-Ass is a hero that you won't know about, and he basically is just a normal.
Sure, I've seen this.
He's just a normal guy, puts a hood on and goes about like a vigilante.
Is this the one that's unusually violent?
Aye.
That you don't expect it to be as
The
gory
wee
as
lassie, the wee lassie,
Nicholas,
she's in Bad Neighbours 2.
Nicolas Cage is the dad in it, and he's got a kind of rip-off Batman gimmick. But again, nobody in the shows got like superhero powers, kind of like Watchmen, where some of them had actual powers and some of them were just normal folk. Kick-Ass is just every vigilantes basically.
Amazon Prime. That'll do.
I'll do it.
Oh, piss off. No, I've had enough of this. That's another £3.49 down the Swanee.
It's not. Oh, you need to pay for it.
Had enough.
Somebody send us a link on where we can get it.
Aye.
But that's cheaper.
That's piracy. No, do not do that. That is piracy. Do not encourage us to be breaking any kind of law or piracy, okay?
Did you used to take your teacher an apple to school?
There will be no illegal links to any of these movies on this stream.
He was the one. He was the guy going about the corridor.
I am the stream administrator.
You shouldn't be here. You're not meant to be here. You should be in class.
No, I shouldn't because school's shut.
Do you have your pass, your hall pass? Do you mind? The film Dennis? I love that film, right?
Aye.
A lot of good.
Mr. Wilson.
A lot of good eating scenes in Dennis.
Aye.
I mind a bit where he's like the villain's the best, and there's a wee guy in the swing park, and he turns around, and he's got like a wee bent eye, and he goes,
Did you like the cartoon? Did you ever see the?
And then he stabs it with his knife, and then that's a good noise.
Aye, when he's pulling it.
Oh, the big
That was the
pop.
first time I'd ever seen that.
Christopher Lloyd again.
Aye. Great film.
Did you watch the cartoon? Dennis, the cartoon that was the film was based on?
No.
But if that's what I was going to say, so there was Dennis is based on Dennis the Menace. That was the inspiration for that film. But it was a cartoon first, and like the American version was a lot tamer than the British version.
Do you mind this bit? When they're having their dinner, something flies through there. Mr. Wilson's eating it. He goes,
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
Tastes like paint.
Aye. He's feeling like
tastes like paint.
But it's the way he's going like
and wood.
I used to rent that video quite a lot. That was a video that I used to rent quite a lot.
He puts the chiclets in his teeth. He's got the big rabbit teeth. Because he smashes his false teeth. He's just a pure wee pest.
I bet that's not on the list. If the list is just full of blockbusters, Dennis isn't going to go on it.
No, clearly, because there's no good films in these random. Can you not gimmick the randomizer? Can you not
but that's an indication of like the 90s obviously is like full of good films, but the 10s, it had good films, but films just aren't as good these days, are they, as what they used to be?
It's on cinema.
They are. They're just not the ones making loads of money. Like the big blockbusters and that. Like, I was talking to you the other day about Hunt for the Wilder People. You're never going to see a film like that with our format. So you're going to need to put in a wee gem here and there.
Right. Well, I need to replace a couple anyway, so
we'll see what we can come up with.
Try and find... But does anybody remember the DJ Cat show?
No.
The DJ Cat show it was in Sky One, and it was kind of like their equivalent to Live and Kicking and all that, and it was pure brilliant. It had Turtles on it, Dennis was on it. I was in the DJ Cat show fan club. Aye, so that was exciting. Anyway, well, a question that we
I bet you got other ladies with that.
A question that we didn't answer last week.
What was that?
Which is a good tie-in because we obviously all have things that we do out with, like wrestling and all that. Like somebody picked up on your Funko Pops. Wilfie wanted to know how many that you had.
Well, do you want a straight answer? Because every time I try and answer it with a bit of a sentence, you go, just answer them.
Well, how many Funko Pops does Wolfgang have? That's the question. How are you going to answer it?
Can I guess?
Go.
It's a lot, right? I might be overshooting this. Maybe in my mind I built it up too much, but 84.
212.
Seriously? He's closer, but he's still way off. I'm trying to find a photo I can send you.
53.
So we started. You're going down the way. We started. We started collecting just a few, but it wasn't a point of like we're going to start collecting all these. It was just one or two ones that we liked, and then that became right. You can't have Thor without Loki, or you can't have like whatever. They all had to match. So eventually we just started getting more and more. Do you think if I could send you a photo of the new Rudo, you could put it up?
Probably.
Let me try and do that. So this will show you a kind of scale what we're actually dealing with. And now the entire living room is engulfed with them. But I like it. It's like when I was wee and you used to walk into a shop and you go, I want that, and that. No, it's just all in the house. But
Barry, before I forget, I meant to tell you this weeks ago. I was walking up, before all this happened, I was walking up Buchanan Street with my ma, and this guy came up to me and he was like, sorry, big man, do you mind if I just... And he was talking to me. And that way I was going, I know this person. And I do that quite a lot. But I was hoping that he'd tell me who he was because he was, oh, how you been? How's things? I've not seen you for ages. And I was going... I knew him, and it was Damon Utton, and it was the guy that owned Scotsman's Models.
Oh wow!
And he was talking to me, and he was going, and he watches us because he was telling me stuff. I saw you doing this, and I saw you doing that, and he actually says, "How's Big Barry been?" And I was like, "This guy remembers us." Like,
for anybody listening, Scotsman's Models was it's on Parney Street, near Glasgow Cross. And it was the only place I knew where you could buy wrestling figures back in the day. Yeah. There's still a shop there, A1 Books and Comics, that sells them, but this was a line towards the tune on the same street. And I've actually got the first figure that my man and dad took me down to buy because Louise went and hunted it down. Obviously, I opened it when I was wee, but we found another version of it, and it's the exact same. It's in pristine condition.
What is it?
It was Mankind and Kane double pack.
Right.
Aye. We used to always go down there as well. Like there was another Scotsman Models, and it was you day one, but Scotsman's was just a few doors along.
Scotsman was that was the wrestling shop.
Aye.
Like, it was never called the Scotsman Models, but it's weird. Like I can still smell it. Like that was your treat.
That's your Funko's there.
I was just going to say, like, I can remember walking in and seeing all the figures up there and picking them off and everything.
And you had your belts up above them.
Aye.
And then you had your train sets this side. In fact, that's where I used to go. That's where I used to go to buy balsa wood so that I could make wee miniature 2x4s for my Mankind figures. I used to sit with wire, like soldering wire, and make tiny barbed wire and wrap it in. I was a bit of a player, but I'm sure,
Come back to the Pops. I've completely lost count of how many we've got. Like, it must be 500, easy. It's an investment because they had their money well. And if you go and sell them, some of these, Louise was telling me the other day, there's some gone for like 3,000. and it was a Mickey Mouse that was purchased at one of these Comic Cons, so it's limited edition, and it was bought for maybe like 15, or maybe they gave it away or won it in a competition, but 3,000 just for this wee box. I don't know if you must have seen what I'm talking about.
That's
Mental.
crazy, that's mad.
So you keep look after them.
So
I've got a few
hobbies.
toys. What's that?
So
Hobbies?
Barry, one of your main hobbies is collecting Funkos, essentially, among other things.
I'm a big collector of things. I'm a bit of a hoarder actually, but I've changed the word hoarder to collector, and that seems to get me through it, or at least it seems to justify me spending all my wages on toys and old packs of trading cards.
You must spend a lot of
They
money.
look good.
on just-
The Home Alone ones look good.
Yeah, these have still got a chewing gum inside them.
I
remember
Are you
them
gonna-
ones. Oh,
Aye.
going to open it and chew it?
go.
I might, aye.
That is good
Right.
viewing.
Open
Right.
that and chew the chewing gum. For 1992.
I'm trying to
Oh,
see.
yes.
Aye, 1992. There's a date there.
That's
So
when my
you can
sister.
make it
That's
out.
my sister was born then, and she's got two Waynes. Eat the chewing gum.
What were you doing in 1992?
Chloe was born.
Hey.
Do you want to hear this opening?
Aye. Oh, I can't think of that.
Oh,
But,
the chewing gum's just completely crumbled.
oh, what? Eat it
There's
anyway.
a bit of it.
Right, go and put a wee bit in.
There's the cards. And I don't know about this.
Go on.
It's went off. It's a funny colour.
Get it. Go on. Go on, buddy. It can't be
I
worse
don't know.
than
Here,
Marmite.
I
It can't be
feel
worse
as
than
though
Marmite.
it can't be worse than Marmite. It's nearly 30-year-old. It's
Go on. It's a melon.
30-year-old chewing gum, go for it.
Go on. If it's not nice, spit it out. It's the worst
Hold on.
thing.
People are saying to me no to do it.
I know, but
Stevie Boy just says it's the same age as him.
well, that's all the more reason to go. I've ate chewing gums same age as you, pal. I've ate chewing gums younger than you, mate.
I've been steak pies all the
I've had older chewing gums than you, wee man.
I feel as though I'm doing this for nothing. Like, surely we can get some sort of fan interaction here, and the people that are watching, like, can we get like a few votes, like whether I should do this or not, or are you just peer pressuring me into this?
Right, well, hold on then. Right, here's the thing, right? Give me a second, we'll come back to it. Right, I'll put a poll on the Twitter right now, and we'll...
Hold on, we've only got 5 minutes.
We'll come back in 5 minutes.
What about Sunday?
No, because then it's going to be even older.
But it's going to go out. If you leave it out till Sunday, it'll go off.
This is going to happen. Like obviously everybody's going to say aye, so there's no point putting a poll out.
Right, just put it. It looks like a wee mini bit of toast.
It's got a bit of Marmite on it. One bean.
Let's get no smell.
Right. What does it taste like? Just get it in. Go. Sure.
He's done it.
Yes!
He's ate a 30-year-old chewing gum.
I can't. What's it taste like?
It kind of tastes like chalk.
I would spit it out now.
I don't swallow it.
Do you want to see it?
Aye.
I don't know what to show you.
Is it keeping its form?
No.
I don't know if I regret
I would get rid of that now.
asking you to do it. I'm actually worried about it now. Because if that poisons you.
You
How
need
come
to.
Have you swallowed that?
Mm-hmm.
You need to rinse your mouth. Go and do it.
You can see the stark contrast between my pals here and Andy who
Don't swallow that.
Andy who washes his sauces with soapy water and Barry who eats 30-year-old chewing gum. What can I eat? Hold on, what have I got? I don't know, nothing to hand out. Watch your neighbours.
You're going to need some mouthwash in there.
Get a big patch of your grass feed tomorrow.
Aye.
No, just completely sprouted. Like Seymour, feed me.
There's a wee chewing gums growing in the garden.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of,
right, now that is one of my favourite films of all time. That's my top 5.
more bubblegum.
Oh, right. Now leave that one for Sunday then.
Oh, that's boufing. That's boufing. That's an
Give
aftertaste to that. It's
It's cool. I googled it. It says gum is not required by law to have an expiry date. While old gum may have less desirable texture and taste, it's still safe to eat. You don't have to worry about the possible side effects of old gum.
Do you think this? So I can eat this on Sunday then and digest it?
No, don't eat anything. Just don't do that again. Gonna know.
Right, older or younger than Home Alone 2?
Older.
What's the date on that?
Good year. Don't know if you can see it here.
86.
Good God.
1986.
That's the same age as us.
Right now.
Same age as us.
It's older than me. I'm 87.
I didn't even look at the cards. I didn't even look at
right, so here, this is a thing. Now you've ate a chewing gum the same age as Stevie Boy, and then Sunday you can eat a chewing gum the same age as me.
Same age as me?
No, same age as you. Older than me.
Older than you.
Oh, there she is.
The mysterious pigeon lady.
I mean, I when we go off air, I would seriously go and really wash your mouth out.
I know you would.
With maybe some booze.
That's the difference between
some
you
whiskey
and
or
that's
rum.
the difference between
You'd be the royal.
You're a big 30. Bring it on. I'm trying to build my immune system here.
Will you build your immune system then?
Little Shop of Horrors, Andy, have you seen that? No? Brilliant. But again,
big man.
Oh, there it is. I love you.
I love you.
Stay in your rooms.
Love you.
There's a maniac with a gun.
We're the Sticky Bandits.
Have you seen the Rocky Horror Show, Andy?
Yeah.
But you've not seen Little Shop of Horrors? See, I don't know if that's one of the ones that I think it's amazing because I'm fond of it, or if it is actually a good film if you watch it first time. You like musicals?
Look at this a minute though. This here, right? This is a guy who's like regretting his decision.
I can't believe Louise has to come up to check on you or get you into trouble.
That's funny.
Barry.
I'm alright. I was kidding on.
Imagine like the list of banned substances, and it was like in the way at the bottom and like tiny wee writing with a wee star beside it. Out of date chewing gum.
Have you had any out of date chewing gum in the last 6 weeks?
Chewing gum that outdates your friends.
Oh, that was horrible. Don't ever do that.
Here, this is.
By the way, you want to do a wee competition because I've got a wee bit of it left.
No, get rid of that.
We can give this away on Twitter.
Aye, post it to me. I'll have the other half. Right,
get
so
rid
while
of
on
that.
this subject, what is the strangest / most disgusting thing you've ever ate on purpose? I don't mean like you've got a meal and it just isn't nice, but what is something that you'd be like, oh my god, did you eat that?
Marmite.
Hey, enough of that.
I'm not that fussy with like maybe it would say, you know how the creme de caramel things that are made of the egg, and it's like a bloody omelette with caramel sauce in it. Maybe that.
What are they called again?
I think it's creme de
caramel.
Creme caramel, aye.
I think you turn it upside down. It's got the wee thing that the wee thing so that
aye. It's like
I don't like
milk flavoured jelly.
Like panna cotta. What do you not like, Barry? Marmite.
Olives.
I hate olives.
Put olives down in front of me, they'll throw them at you.
They taste like medicine.
Aye, they're no nice.
Or like a pizza we got. See, and I hate when you watch. What?
If they tasted like Calpol medicine, then maybe I would eat them.
Calpol makes me hallucinate.
Does it?
Aye.
Huh?
I've not taken it for a long time, but mine used to have a temperature, and you took Calpol. I always had like really vivid, horrible dreams that Disney do well.
I'm sure you'd be fine now.
Well, I don't know. I think I've got a reaction to it.
Have you got any other hobbies you want to talk about? You just want to talk about my pops?
No, I want to talk about eating disgusting stuff. Andy, were you in the house? Were you in the house that night that?
We're in danger.
That I ate the out of date chicken.
He was drunk and he went into the fridge and he just pulled out this chicken. Like, you know how like the Bernard Matthews, no like slices, it was like the chunks of meat, the wee chunks of cooked chicken. And it was, honestly, it must have been like 3 weeks out of date. And I just was like, what's that smell? What's that smell, man? He was stoned and eating it. And it was, honestly, man, it was stinking. Like, you were so drunk, you didn't smell this smell, but it was unbelievable, the smell of this. It was like shite and like a bin that had been no emptied for like 3 weeks. It was so bad. And he was just standing eating it with brown sauce. He thought it was because one time when you and I had a drink and we were in that house and we were at a house party and we just ate and we found a chicken.
What?
We were at a house party.
Aye.
We found a chicken.
Was that New Year?
Aye. We found one of these, you know, like rotisserie chickens.
We thought it was a loaf. We thought it was
How did you?
because we were starving, right? And
It was in the bread bin.
There's a loaf. There was a chicken, a rotisserie chicken. In the
A
bread
full
bin.
chicken, and we ate it. We stood in this person's house.
We took it, but we were just biting chunks out of this chicken, right? And we turned around, and the person who was standing behind us was just a full chicken.
We were just standing in our kitchen eating all their food.
Oh, man, so funny.
And
Why were you there?
reggae sauce.
I can't
With
mind.
reggae sauce with this chicken and just destroyed the whole thing. They had about 50 eggs in their house, and we just egged all the hussies out the back.
And then the one thing they asked us not to do was don't drink out of any of the special cups.
They had a mug collection hanging off the wall.
They had a big wall full of special mugs.
No, but it
Just
was
walk
like
your way through them.
And
it
as she
was like
said
your
that, we were
Funko
like,
Pops, but it was mugs hanging in the one hooks.
What did you do?
Drinking at them. No, but remember the serious bit that we thought we might have really did something bad because Andy put batteries in the deep fat fryer. And then about 2 days later, I had to phone them and say, "Don't make chips."
We phoned the guy. We managed to find the person and say, look, just so you know, there's batteries in your deep fat fryer. I had this vision of them like cracking up getting hungry and cracking up the fryer and having chips with battery acid in them. And I'm like,
that sounds like you've thrown like that Father Ted sketch. There's a bomb in the milk fridge.
so I think like, but what I think's that in this moment, you've somehow ended up back in this moment where you're drinking. You're in a house. You're in the fridge. There's chicken. You've got the chicken out. You've got the sauce, but it wasn't reggae sauce. It was brown sauce.
Daddy's sauce.
So he was eating this out of date chicken with brown sauce,
But I just remember that
and then he ate an out of date muffin and all. I think.
the packaging had swollen up
that's
like a
horrible.
balloon because it was full of gas.
It was awful, man.
You know when you open up,
It was like fart gas.
This is like a Sainsbury's or something, like a wee cooked
Aye,
chicken pack or
aye,
something.
aye.
But
But it was
normally
well out of date, like well past its sell by date.
it was at the
That's
very
horrible.
back of the fridge. Like I'd found it at the back of the fridge, and it was on. I burst it with a knife, and it just went. And it was like gas everywhere. I remember one time in there as well. My pal said to wrestle a raw haggis at my arm, so I was trying to eat like an apple, steaming again. Don't eat that.
It was a good time, but that was. But in terms of, we did have a piece of news to report. Wolfgang has signed in the dotted line for Soccer Saturday. So you've been running
Here
your
we go.
mouth. You've been running your mouth.
What do you think I've been saying? Did you say we were taking personal offence?
No, but you've been giving me like when I've been playing in the Twitch at FIFA with
Come
Sean.
on.
You've been putting wee comments like, you're letting the side down, telling me that I'm shite, and just generally not showing me much support. So
I'm
now,
trying to support you. I've been trying to support you, but
but
after
now
a while,
you've got
come on.
FIFA, and now
do.
you're going to get stuffed off me at
Right.
FIFA.
Maybe so, but one day I'm going to get good and I'm going to beat you, and eventually I might get good enough to beat Sean. This
Never.
Saturday I'm going to try and beat you. I'll give you that. And if you win, at least you beat somebody trying to beat you.
Nah, but you're putting the excuses in there. Basically, you're sitting there saying,
I'm not a FIFA
I'm going to
player.
get beaten Saturday. He'd have been as well saying that.
This is a football game we're playing. Do you want to play a wrestling game?
No.
Could you imagine?
Because I would horse you.
See if you were playing a wrestling game in Twitch and you were getting beat off somebody, I wouldn't be on the computer typing going, you're getting beat on, you're rubbish. Ripping the mickey at me.
No, you would. You probably would.
No,
you maybe phone me, leave voice. To be fair, you probably wouldn't even watch it in the first place. At least I was watching it and giving you the view.
Me the view. It's our channel. It's our Twitch channel. Anti-social distancing.
You heard that, did you?
Corrected yourself quicker.
That's ours.
I never even said it. It was him.
He said this is our show.
This is my show. This is our show. You corrected yourself.
No, you said to me, my channel, and I said, it isn't my channel, it's our channel.
Aye. Don't you forget it.
Imagine how embarrassing it would be if I beat you at FIFA.
Well, listen, if we're going to get into this whose channel's who and all that.
You just got to take his off again. Go.
No,
Aye.
but well, I'll take 33% each of you for the software then. That about
okay. Come on. Let's not get into the backstage stuff.
Because you're giving me a bad rap in front of the public.
Look, I'll see
when
you
I'm
Saturday.
Actually a nice person.
I'll see you on the pitch on Saturday. Don't try to convince yourself you're a nice person.
I don't think it's anything to do with us. I think folk have just seen your true colours.
That's fine. If folks seen my true colours, that's fine.
Wolfie's going to get you.
Nobody is making you watch this show. If you don't like it, fuck off.
Give me the support. This Saturday on Twitch, this guy is going to get his backside handed to him on a football pitch. After a guy that doesn't even like football, let alone football games.
That's you alienated half your audience now. You've told them you don't like football.
I don't like football, but that's well known. And I don't like computer games, so I'm going
to like this football game on Saturday, putting umpteen goals.
It's called FIFA. It's called FIFA 20.
Right, well, until we
why
get sponsored by them,
we're not going to get sued for like mentioning brand names and products.
What does FIFA stand for?
We're playing against each other at this football game for the computer.
What does FIFA stand for?
I don't think it's. I don't know. I don't know if it stands for anything. I've never.
Football is
first person to tell
fucking amazing.
FIFA stands for gets this chewing gum, gets this Mikey chewing gum.
I'm looking forward to the Little Shop of Horrors chewing gum. No, that I mean.
No, you're not. Don't eat that. You can't eat that.
Let's get a vote. Put your
no, but you can't eat 33-year-old chewing gum. Nearly 34-year-old.
Wolf guy.
If anybody in this world can eat 33-year-old chewing gum,
put your poll up now.
That guy right there.
Right, we'll run it till Sunday. Should Wolfgang eat the 33-year-old chewing gum or not?
Yes.
We've got the answer for FIFA. Fédération Internationale de Football Association. Huh?
Right. Okay.
You say that again 3 times fast.
I just speak French.
Well, you try to say I can't speak French. I've got a higher than A in French.
Do you?
Yep.
I like this thing. This is the good thing about this show. We're finding stuff out about each other.
It's the only higher I got was an A in French, but the reason for that was because my uncle lived in France and worked in France, and every summer for a few years while he was there, we would spend time in France, so I was kind of around French. And we met a Scottish guy when we were there, and he was the manager of McDonald's. And his name, he heard us talking in Glaswegian, and he came out and he went, "Did I just hear Scottish accent out here?" And it was like, it was us. And we're talking away. And his name is Hugh, but the French called him Hugh, because they can't say Hugh. They physically can't pronounce Hugh, so his name in France was Hugh.
Hold on, what?
They physically can't
like
do
it.
The French evolution.
There's a wee bit missing in the throat of the French, you see.
Aye. You've heard of the French evolution, haven't you?
See, like the sound "h."
They can't
like, they just don't do it.
What's the sound?
They can do it.
They call it the Eiffel Tower. Like, there's no way that they're no physically incapable.
They called him Hugh because they couldn't say Hugh. That was his name. That's what he told us. They call me Hugh. Think about
it. His name's Hook. Okay, because the French can't say Hugh. The French
They
can't
called him
say.
Hook.
The French are physically incapable of saying Hugh.
They didn't. They couldn't say it.
All right, darling, they call me Hook.
So that's it. There you go. Higher in French. A.
Oh, that's funny, man. That is funny.
And we get your Twitch, which is on Saturday at 3 o'clock, anti-social distancing live. You might be watching us on Twitter at the moment. ASD Web Show, same for Facebook. And I think we're pretty much done. The film for next week is Kick-Ass. And we'll be watching that for Sunday. I'm looking for... Let me just check. I'm going to check while we're on air how long this bloody thing lasts. Is it going to take...
Did we find out where we can watch it? Somebody say Amazon.
Oh, lovely. Coming in at a cool 1 hour, 55 minutes. That's exactly what you're after.
So are you going to leave this to the last minute again? Are you going to get this watched before?
No, I watch it. I don't leave it to the last minute. I arrange to watch these films right before we go on air.
Right, so it's fresh in your head.
Because I've got a lot of things that I'm watching there already, so I'm trying to kind of keep track of my own shows. And then every time I try and sit down, like a new documentary comes out that I have to watch immediately because I'm obsessed with them.
I'm watching the Monday Night Wars for 96 onwards. I'm watching a Nitro and a Raw every night. So that's my which I'm actually really enjoying.
You're almost talking about wrestling now.
But this is the thing. I've forced myself, but all these different programs, and I'm like, oh, this program, that program, but ultimately the program that I enjoy the most is wrestling. Like I love watching it, and I kind of for some reason I forgot that, but I've started remembering it, that I actually like it.
Well, tonight, through my Marvel films, I'm on to Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So that's the next one I'm watching.
That's a good one.
That's the next one I'm watching. Aye.
So
maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow.
I keep asking you about it. When are you getting to Ragnarok?
Whenever that happens, I'm not sure. I don't know how many films I've got left until, because I'm doing it in the order of the years as opposed to release dates. I don't know how many. Soon. I'd say I like Thor, but it gets a bit spacey for me, and it goes for dimensions, and I got all confused by it.
Oh wait, hold on. Right, listen, Angela, you've changed your tune because earlier on I was getting hassle off you for having to stick up for myself, and this is the usual with these two. I've always got my back against the wall. There's always they two against me. Nobody's ever get my back.
Guys means me and Barry.
Yeah.
Guys, that's me and Barry.
Yeah.
You're not
they think they're funny together. Oh, we're so funny together. Let's slag Andy together.
That's what we do. That's
and then my only defense, at the end of the day, when I'm getting the Mickey ripped out me live on the internet, my only defence is to press that button, remove for the stream.
Because you would rather do that than have to argue your point.
No, but
in a calm manner. You just blow up and then all of a sudden...
I don't need to argue my point.
I'm the man with the button here. I'm the man.
Tranquilo.
You'd be a dangerous politician.
Before we went on air...
Imagine you were ahead of state.
We were nearly
Before we went on air. But the difference is, if I was ahead of state, I would be discussing these points with people that would let me speak. Okay. I was to come on here and discuss from start to finish, my Domino's process, and both of yous kept butting in, asking questions in the middle of it, and no letting me speak. So I removed you for the stream so that I could finish what I was saying, and then we all carried on.
How can we talk to you when you take us off the screen?
That's what a conversation is.
No, I'm explaining what I've done and why.
We'll sit here silently.
This happens all the time. Now you're going to justify why you did that, even though it was out of order behaviour. You'll tell me why you were right and why I was wrong.
Tranquilo.
Right, you flew right off the handle there. You flew right off the handle.
Everybody was having fun. Everybody on the chat was
nobody let me. I didn't even get half.
Oh, look what you've done. He's away.
You know what? That's it. I'm ending the broadcast. I'm ending the broadcast.